gives me great pleasure this afternoon, and I never ever thought I'd be saying that, to welcome the President of South Africa, Mr. Jacob Zuma, here to Soweto. President Zuma, it really is wonderful to see you here. Firstly, are you a rugby fan?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I know it's very noisy down here, but are you a rugby fan?
Oh yes, very much so. I have a history, as you know. I came from Natal, which rugby was not the main thing, but I developed the love when I was on Robben Island. And I can tell you, it is in my veins, it is in my marrow. I love it.
That's wonderful. And I see Mr. Regan, President Regan Hoskins of South African Rugby is here with you. This is a wonderful occasion. How significant is this for our country to be hosting a Vodacom Super Final right here in the heart of Soweto?
I think it is very significant. I think South Africa is making strides towards unity, towards building a united nation with its diversity. The fact that we had the semi-finals here in the Orlando Stadium, and one of the topmost games, the final is played here by the top teams. I think this is so significant. That is why I delayed my departure. I'm on my way out of the country. I just felt I cannot lose this important moment of history making in South Africa. Absolutely.
It's a very special time for our country, Mr. President. We, of course, have the FIFA World Cup coming up. Any special message for the fans here in the stadium and those at home watching this wonderful game today?
Yes, of course, the special message would be simply that this is history making. Let us, all of us, behave ourselves, entertain ourselves, enjoy the game, make South Africa register itself once more in the family of nations that we are the best. We are the best nation in the world. Special people, absolutely special achievements.
Inspiring, Mr. President. Well, enjoy the game and travel safely this evening when you head off.
Absolutely. I'm going to enjoy the game. I'm going to be here. I hope before I leave, there will be a try scored so that I will also jump up with happiness.
Super. Well, thank you very much, Mr. President. And Darren, with that, back to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Joel. So there we go, President Jacob Zuma down in the tunnel area as well. We were keen to know who he's supporting.
Yeah, that's the thing. He dodged the question. Who is he supporting today? Come on.
I thought he was going to go, I want to see the try. For who? But maybe it's not presidential to say who you are supporting if you're the president of the country. Just look at this vibe, folks. This atmosphere out here. It brings back memories actually of 1995 in Cape Town, that first game. I mean, it's the same kind of atmosphere. The vuvuzelas are going crazy, and everyone is now well and truly into the swing of this final.
Well, Darren, just as we see the dignitaries chatting and welcoming there, they know how important this is, how significant this is, and it's an absolute privilege to be bringing the game and broadcasting the game here, not only with you guys, but before this game. I'm just pleased that I can eventually get one over Nasport, and the president will be watching.
All right, Morné du Plessis doing such great work with the Chris Berger Petro Jackson Fund. We saw Deputy Minister Gert Oosthuizen, and there he is standing with the president. Of course, Makenkesi Stofile, the Minister of Sport, is here as well. We saw Helen Zille a little earlier on. We had a chat to her. So all the political dignitaries, people from business, walks of life, we've seen them here as well. Percy Montgomery's arrived, of course the Springbok kicking coach, so just people from everywhere have come here.
Exactly, and I think everyone understands how powerful this is. North, the Springbok kicking coach, is he watching two of the possible Springbok fly halves?
No, I always believed, and I told you a long time ago, I believe Peter Grant is good enough to play Springbok number 10. It's a great matchup. We've been through it. It's a fantastic opportunity for Peter Grant to show his class today.
And I think it's also, this could be a career-defining moment for Peter Grant as well, Bob, because we spoke earlier on about how he'll handle this new situation for him. But also, he has a great game today. This could be, like Morné Steyn last time out, set him up for the rest of his career.
Well, Nasport mentioned it, and he's been in more finals than anybody. Your first one's the most difficult one. You know what? To win your first one, you've got to get into your first one. So they've done half the work. Out there in 80 minutes today, they can do the rest of it.
Traditional Bulls, sorry, Nasser, we have a look at the change room there. Tradition for the Bulls, it has become putting the first names on the jerseys. It started, I think, with Joos van der Westhuizen about more than 10 years ago against you guys, Bob. And it's just a way of sort of getting the guys more close, their first names on the back of the jerseys.
Yeah, I would also like to talk about Bob and not Skinstad. I think that's quite nice.
Are you sure it's not just so they can remember their names?
But I must also say, Darren, the most important aspect for me today, and that's all 30 players. The players that's playing well in a final like today can go and play well in a final in a World Cup.
Well, the Stormers side, fantastic front row that they've got their mapped out for doing a wonderful job in the front row. Liebenberg in scintillating form. Great to see Adrian Fonsa coming back. Andries Becker, 21 tests, 20 of them with Victor Matfield. Amazing sport. Francois Lowe, arch enemies today. Teammates with Dewald Potgieter next week. Peter Grant in wonderful kicking form. Dewald de Van Ache, the youngest member of the starting squad for the Stormers. Great form. Juan de Jong will be on the bench for South Africa next Saturday, along with Jacques Fourie there. Hugh Aplon also in that mix. Brian Habana, the top try scorer of all time in Super Rugby for South Africa. Great to see Joe Peterson coming back. It's a fantastic aerial view of Orlando Stadium, and now the front row of the Blue Bulls unchanged in 15 weeks. Quite fantastic. Dani Rousseau and Victor Matfield, 211 caps it will be today for them, between them. Dani Rousseau to partner Andries Becker in a week's time. Great form shown by those three. Deon Stechman, a huge task in stemming the power of Skalkberger. Well, the master against the youngster, Morné Steyn, who's by far the top point scorer this year. Jaco Pretorius bolstered up the Bulls' defense last week against the Crusaders. Bernard Dulafia, one of the form centers in the tournament. Those are the two youngest members of the starting group. Gerard van den Heever with 8 tries, the top try scorer for the Bulls. Zane Kirshner as reliant as ever. Well, just the one change on the bench for the Stormers, and the only change in their 22 with Jason Kutzinger comes into the side, and then we have Van der Westhuizen reverting to the bench with Van den Heever coming back. So a huge moment. You can see Skalkberger just relishing the moment. I think it's a wonderful experience for these players. And as I said, Andries Becker with his 21 test matches alongside the man he will be arch enemies with today, Victor Matfield. With what great form he's shown this season in the Super 14. Jacques Fourie, who's been brought back into the Springbok side, and 7 tries to his name today. So here come the home side. Victor Matfield, and as Fourie de Pure comes on, playing his 99th game for the Bulls this evening. 99th Super Rugby match. What a great moment. There's absolute bedlam here in the Orlando Stadium, and Joel is moving into the commentary seat beside me. We're way up high, have a bird's eye view of the great scene. The fielding great Nick. Joel's here.
Yeah, thanks, Huey, and what a spectacular view it is from up here. Been down on the field for the last couple of hours, watching a massive and very passionate crowd file its way into the stadium. It's been a bit of a problem getting in and out of the stadium, but the fans are in on time today. Last week there were a couple that were a bit late. Everyone is in, and we really are set for the most auspicious occasion. It is a final between undoubtedly the two top teams in the Super 14 this year, led by a number of wonderful players on both sides. Looking at the bench, they're strong benches for both teams. Mandisa Maku, he's got on, he's been good. Van der Merwe, Pedri Vandenberg, ever present this season for the Bulls. And for the Stormers, well, Dion Fourie has been influential at hooker, Peter Lowe on the flank. And Ricky January, when he's come on at scrum-half, has certainly proved to be a live wire handful in scrum-half still.
Well, President Jacob Zuma being introduced to all the players, Jan Liebenberg, and then to Adrian Fonsa, Ben Vermeulen, Andries Becker, Francois Lowe, will become the 35th Bishop's boy to play Test rugby for South Africa, moving one ahead of Paul Gymnasium. Not Paul Gymnasium, Paul Roos Gymnasium have 34, followed by Grey College in Bloemfontein. Now the reserves, there we go down through Dion Fourie towards Anton van Zyl, Ricky January, Peter Lowe, and Willem de Waal, and then young Tim Whitehead, who will be 22 years old tomorrow. The Minister of Sport, Mr. Stofili, also there with them, Reverend Stofili. Now they move over to the Bulls.
And some people might be wondering, who does President Zuma support? Well, having grown up in Natal, he's a Sharks fan, he tells me. A rugby fan, learned about the game on Robben Island, very passionate man.
Well, you can see them getting quite excited about the atmosphere and the whole scene here as Victor Matfield awaits him, as they're just introduced to the referee and his assistants. Also, Kurt Darren in there. See, getting a little handshake.
Jumped in quickly, didn't he?
And so Victor Matfield towering above the president.
Powers above most people, Victor Matfield.
And first up will be Gert Fluis Steenkamp. Then Gary Botha. All these guys have played in finals before. The only the two Bulls wingers, Van der Geefer and Hoogaard, who have not played in finals. The only member of the Stormers side who has played in finals, of course, is Brian Habana. One try in 2007, two tries in last year's final, Brian Habana, for no other team but the Blue Bulls. So he would dearly love to get on the board once again, I'm sure, a couple of times, if not even a hat-trick. Brian Habana against his previous teammates, Derek Kuhn, then Jacques-Louis Potgieter, Bandisa Marku, and the mascot in the mix as well.
Imagine the nerves must be setting in there now. The players standing, waiting, shaking hands. At this point, they just want to kick off. They just want to get the show on the road and get it underway. And I'm sure, absolutely no doubt, that much as the President and the President of South African Rugby, Regan Hoskins, are making their way off the field, really is an occasion when the players probably prefer to want to get the game going. They want to kick off and want to be in the action.
Of South Africa, and performing the national anthem for us this afternoon, we welcome back on the field Kurt Darren.
The national anthem commentator this afternoon, Bob. Great atmosphere.
It certainly is, gents, and I've just got to say a big welcome to all the viewers from around the world to an all-South African Super 14 final, because I'm sitting right next to the tunnel here. I can't even hear myself think. It's an absolutely fantastic advert for the state of rugby and the state of our nation.
Well, Brian Habana there getting right into the mix and the feel and the spirit of the thing. So too Gian Stachman. So a very, very moving moment from these guys. Craig Hubert, the young refereeing his 50th Super game, has charge of this game, and I spoke to him the night before last. I actually travelled on a bus with him, and he is so G'd up, he is so excited and really enthusiastic. His assistants tonight are Cobus Wessels and Christy de Preer, the TMO is Sean Veldsman. So the Stormers will begin this rivalry, which began back in 1946 in a Currie Cup final. Since 1968, when they played Currie Cup finals every year, they've met 9 times. No other 2 provinces have met more. We welcome Sky New Zealand and Fox in Australia and viewers around the world as Joe Peterson goes to the left side where Victor Matfield is in cover. De Preer, Steyn, Berger, immediately feeling it up to the tough runner, Dwayne Vermeulen, gaining valuable meters. Rivanaga, good little ball there as the tights get in to Brock Harris. Now it's with Fonsa, Adrian Fonsa, great defense by the Bulls, but Vermeulen helps out his number 4 lock. Good work by Becker there. Divanaga. Now Habana gets it wide for Peterson. Great tackle by Hougaard. Will the Stormers come? Aplon up against Steenkamp, who physically is far stronger. Good ball by Rousseau. Now Steyn, Olivier. Oh, and it's into no man's land a little bit. Jaco Pretorius had a man on his outside. Van den Heever was a little bit open, but Peterson's got it covered. De Preer. Dane. Habana's beautifully placed there to challenge that ball. It's a good drive downfield by him. De Preer's anticipation is almost uncanny.
Yeah, the patience as well. Realised it might go dead. He was very comfortable, hovering, glancing up to see where Habana was, allowing it to go over the in-goal line, put it down, slow things down, and hopefully for the Bulls they'll kick it quite long. But a good start from both teams. Both teams seem to have the overlap on one occasion each there. Either team managing to take advantage. And we'd expect early on a fair bit of tactical kicking, a fair bit of cut and thrust, and that's not what we expected.
Well, just over the 22-metre line, look at this man, the master scrum half in action. Becker had to get back. That by Vanna Creer. Hougaard at scrum half. Rousseau will go at the opposition hard and gets through Divanaga for a moment. Now Steyn, wide for Kirshner. Pretorius, Van den Heever, he's got a man on the inside, didn't see him. Zane Kirshner was on his inside, he should have gone on the inside, the young man.
Well, what an opportunity for the Bulls early on. Gerard Van den Heever, only one of 2 players not to have played in a final. Maybe that experience or inexperience counting against him. Seemed to have seen the man inside. The pass was on, quite possibly the try line beckoning. That's not going, but promising start for the Bulls, a little against expectations, running the ball from deep.
First line out of the match, Tiaan Liebenberg. Had some awesome games this season. Competed by Rousseau, sloppy ball for the Stormers. Is this an ominous sign? It won't be confidence boosting that. Rousseau, well stopped. Becker prominent on defence so far. De Preer, Steyn, Olivier. First ball is almost definitely a crash ball by Olivier. Du Preer. Well tackled there by Harris. Du Preer, Steyn. Matfield couldn't get the pass away. Well, huge tackle there by Dwayne Vermeulen, Bob Skinstad.
Yeah, massive tackle by Dwayne Vermeulen, guys. He's carried well already. Victor Matfield was very calm and took the first kick off. Also was solid there, taking that 22. And as he just moves forward, just Dwayne Vermeulen getting under the ribs and giving him a big tackle there. Obviously, Bobby Vandenberg a little bit disappointed about the forward movement.
Well, I think Vandenberg was a bit disappointed because if Matfield had managed to get that ball away, Vermeulen having rushed up, there was space on the outside, 2 men, and most certainly a try-scoring opportunity. Vermeulen, I've no doubt, took the opportunity to get up and try and smash them as captain. There's a little bit of physical discomfort, I would say.
Well, it's almost as well. Anton van Zyl just stripping off there.
There's Becker who's heading towards the touchline. He doesn't look to be in too much pain, a little bit of blood. Got the nose tidied up and probably zipped on a little bit.
But he's been so prominent in the forward drive and line-out work for the Stormers this season. As Peter de Villiers said in an interview earlier, he was calling Chinga. One thing he didn't want this afternoon was injury.
And you would have feared a war of attrition, a big physical battle, confrontations galore, and the odd casualty.
Well, he couldn't for a moment have thought that it's not going to be physical. Stormers with a slight back weight there. Look at that, just a very slight advantage in terms of weight. Grant. This is a tough one for Van den Heever to handle, and Habana got the first hand to it. And the turnover ball here. Hougaard steps well, good ball inside, or step inside De Jong. Bienkamp, Potgieter. Great defense on both sides. De Jong made huge amends there. Rousseau. Du Preer. Space. Look at this man go. Danger for the Stormers. Valuable work by Peterson. Du Preer. Olivier. Grabbed by Grant. Desperate defense for the Stormers. It was Spies's yes in run. Now Gary Botha. Stegman on the shoulder. Du Preer. Here they come once again. Steyn. Good tackle by Grant. Fine. And it's turnover now. They could turn something around here. Good play to Jacques Ferry. And unfortunately, the pass goes behind Aplon. Play on, says Craig Hubert. Great breakout by the Stormers. De Vanacher now low. Good layback. De Vanacher. Grant just settling things down a little bit, but Van den Heever is up to it. A little bit undecided, but then takes the safe route.
Hurt himself in doing it.
Oh, started to limp, and Skalberger now handles pretty well. He's torpedoed that away, and Van den Heever has gone down. Will this go all the way over the dead ball line? No, you see Ferry de Preer knows the laws. If the ball's still in motion and you put your foot over the dead ball line, you'll go back all the way to where he kicked it from. Now watch this.
I think he was hurt already. I think as he jogged that ball out of the 22, saw the first grimace, wobbled a little bit, then made the kick. Normally when there's no one inside, it's a muscle tear or it's ligaments or something. He got serious. He's up and he's about, but I hope he can hang in there for the young man's sake.
But he's got one of those bandages on those colourful bandages that apparently keep some form of muscle relaxant into the muscle. But I think the way he's moving, Bob, I don't think he's looking good at all.
Guys, he doesn't look good. And just a quick report, Andries Becker has gone in. It looks like a bit of stitches possibly in the mouth. He was bleeding in the mouth area, and the doctors have just gone behind closed doors. So Darren Scott worked out for us. But definitely looks like Van den Heever is going to play no further part in this game. He's in a lot of pain.
Well, he looks like he's going to battle on, but Jaco van der Westhuizen, remember, played in the semi-final last week, so it'll almost be back to square one after Van den Kiefer missed those 2 games through suspension.
Touch. Pause. Engage. Okay, leave. Walk away.
Stormers got the better of the 2 front rows in the first scrum. The Bulls are wanting to reciprocate now. A little bit of pressure there. There's a nice blind side here for Fourie du Preez. Big concern will be the man on the outside who's carrying that little injury at the moment.
Hinging, that's the new phraseology by the referees. Hinging, that means you're going down and not keeping your head above, your shoulders above your hips.
Well, we just said it in the scrum before. It was Wikus Blau under a little bit of pressure from Werner Creer this time. Greg Jabir spotted it, and he's very quick to acknowledge and put the arm up and give the full-on penalty. It must be said, the way the Bulls have started, if this does go over, they'll be full value for the first 3 points of the game. Here comes that change.
I think that's a wise move by the Bulls management. Jaco van der Westhuizen, very, very experienced player, now wins his 56th Super Rugby cap, and he's played in so many positions, full back, by half wing. Morné Steyn, 19 points in last year's finals when the Bulls hammered the Chiefs, and he's, well, I thought for a moment he'd missed that job, but it just kept inside the upright, and so the Bulls in the lead.
I was watching Morné Steyn, he kept it bent down, picked up the tee and started running back. Perfect strike in the warm-up down before the game. He was kicking at just the one post, and he was awfully close to it on every single occasion. That was a spectacular view of this magnificent stadium.
Peterson. Same procedure as the first kick-off. Matfield, the fielder. Clear's foot positioning. Young scrum halves can learn a lesson from that.
It's kicked into touch, not always the tactics from the Bulls. We won't mind it having pinched the first Stormers line out though. Oh, Andries Becker and Bob, I'm sure that makes a big impact on the lineup right now.
Certainly does. Anton van Sail has worked hard with this line-up pairing as well, and he's also involved in the technical strategy of their line-up, so he'll know all the calls, but it's just a question of losing that extra 5 or 6 inches of height from Andries Becker.
Well, the president enjoying the game.
I think his aide told him there, we've got to go, and he said, no, we'll stay a bit longer.
Well, it is Van Sail that gets it down, not in straight. So, just indicating 2 line-outs now. The Stormers not clean in either of the 2. The Bulls as yet not had a line-out.
That's a problem early on here for the Stormers. Line-out starts coming unstuck against a team like the Bulls and be in for a long afternoon.
Well, it just shows how much they rely on Andries Becker. They used Dwayne Vermeulen in practice an awful lot. I was watching the Stormers line-out drills, and Dwayne Vermeulen was another option.
Scrum down.
It's as much as the line-out's under, but pressure, the scrum is pretty strong. Scrum from both teams there. Crows will be breathing heavy by this point.
Sport wonderful, those 2 number 7s up against one another today. Teammates next Saturday against Wales.
Well, there's a wonderful story going around, and I'm told it's 100% true. And one of them, I won't mention the names, invited the other one to be a friend on Facebook, and he said, after the weekend.
Was your mark? That cap was good. I don't care whose ball it is. Crouch. Touch. Pause. Bulls, engage.
Well, a perfect view of the contact and the weight as Spies moves around, but good defence around the fringes by the Stormers. Jakob van der Westhuizen with good chase. Yeah, Peterson's up to it. Vanacha. Nicely taken forward there by Blow. Vanacha again. And a good work there by Fourie du Preez. Good defence by the Stormers. And following up, it was great players. Burger goes bounding in. And it was De Jong who had got up there so fast. Now Potgieter in possession as du Preez digs. Matfield, Hoogaard. Good cleaning out by Pretorius and Matfield. Steyn. All a little bit scrappy at the moment, one's got to say. Peterson.
Followed what?
Matfield. Oh, Peterson hung on bravely there. Has managed to grab a boot. Steyn. Now work here for Habana. Kirshner is up.
Back off what?
Also got it.
For clear. Now du Preez, Steyn. Rousseau. Great tackle by De Jong. Pretorius, great tackle by Peterson. Stormers putting in some valuable tackles here. Now Werner Creer. The Bulls putting the pressure on. Steyn decides to go on the inside, gets through one, gets through two. Then Grant has to stop him, takes a smack in the nose as a result, and it's a penalty for the Bulls. There goes du Preez. The Stormers not 10 metres. Spies. Low holds on for dear life. Van Zyl in there. Now du Preez kicks it out wide for Hoogaard. Too far. The referee will go back for the penalty. The Stormers under a lot of pressure. There's some desperate tackling going on.
And the Bulls speeding up play, something we probably wouldn't have expected. We would have expected the Bulls to play the kicking game, make the chase good, put that back three under big pressure.
I'm not to be slowed down by guys not letting 10 metres go.
And immediately it's the Stormers getting the warning. The Bulls playing quickly, playing with the ball and looking very dangerous indeed. Momentum at this stage, Bob, with the team in blue.
It certainly is, guys, and you could see there, look at the Morné Steyn just changing his game around. He just really dropped the shoulder and took on Peter Grant, and it was Jacques Fourie who went for the steal there, but was adjudged to have been a ruck already. And that kick over the top was, I think, just a way of Fourie du Preez saying, well, let's have a chance. There's the big man, Andries Becker. He's back, stitched up. He's got a bit of a big bruised lip on him, but he's ready to go back on the field.
Well, that's a valuable asset coming back for the Stormers. Morné Steyn doesn't have a single chaser for this kick. The utmost faith the Bulls have. 16,3 metres.
Exactly.
Banging over 6-0. The Bulls lead.
May only be 6-0, but the Stormers will be looking at that scoreboard thinking, well, it could be a lot worse. We've absorbed a lot of pressure, been forced into a number of penalties, a number of mistakes at the breakdown, but we've not conceded a try yet, and a couple of times they've looked almost certain to concede.
So they do the same formation. The Stormers have spread their forwards, both left and right. Kicked onto Matfield twice. Du Preez. Hasn't gained an awful lot of ground, but one of the things Fourie du Preez does have, the wonderful kicking game. Well, great work there for a moment by Brian Habana. Not quite sure why they didn't get it. There's the territory, Joel.
No surprise, it's a lot of it. 41% being played in that little zone, Stormers, where they probably wouldn't want to be. And I had a theory before the game that if they were to win this game, they're going to need to score twice from deep. They're playing right in that danger zone.
Third time lucky for the Stormers. Jacques Ferry makes the tackle, and he, I think, has got a bit of a bump on the head. Seems to be okay. This is Becker, tackled by Potgieter. Grant, De Jong, Ferry, burst by Jacques Ferry. No, it wasn't. It was Lowe who burst on the outside there. Francois Lowe. Now it's Grant. This is brilliant play by the Stormers. Ferry out for Peterson. It's dangerous. The Stormers will be disappointed they didn't score there as Harris drives for the line. Wonderful burst here by Francois Lowe. This is all Stormers now. Terrific comeback by them. Becker just trying to shovel that ball backwards. De Vanaga awaits delivery, gets it away. Berger just trying to get it through the crowd over there. Think it could be a try, and the referee wants the opinion of Sean Veldsman.
Not 100% sure. Skulk has got a bit of claret on the eye as well for his efforts. Jabeir's gone upstairs. Almost making their way back. Goes to ground here. He's allowed to stretch and place the ball. Down he goes. Now can come the stretch. Oh, he looks short. And then a third motion. Oh, I'm glad I'm not the TMO.
I'm glad I'm not.
This is the question. If he's short,
just too many movements there. One.
He's short. Now he's got to let it go, but now he places it again up. I think that might be a penalty against him. One of the Stormers players is down in back play, and a lot of attention for the injured player as we see this again. That looks short, then pushed over the try line. That might just be the third movement. Sean Veldsman will be the man who has to make the call. The big question is, does he touch the line on the first movement, which of course would then mean the try. That is short. Then comes the second movement. Oh, I'm glad I'm not making that call.
What do you say, Bob?
Guys, this is a tough one. Certainly don't envy Sean Veldsman his job here, but he's going to give an indication to Craig Jabeir. But Joel, I think you mentioned it there.
Sean,
it might actually turn around.
I can't hear anything.
It might actually turn around to be a Bulls penalty on their own line.
It's the wrong one. Craig, Sean, can you hear?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Right. Craig, the ball was pushed towards the goal line by number 6 White.
So are you saying it's a try?
No. It's no try. The ball was pushed. It should be a penalty, blue ball.
Penalty blue.
Well,
Is that correct? For pushing the ball over the goal line.
It's going to be Bedlam here. Listen to the Stormers fans chain their indignation.
Well, I think Scott knew all along when he came up, the player said to him, "Is it a try?" And he gave that little shrug. He wasn't sure, and in fact, been proved to have been 100% right now. Not a try, penalty against, and some welcome relief for the Bulls. But Bob, I'm sure the Stormers will take huge heart in their first attack coming that close.
Well, they certainly will, and the most important thing there was that they let the ball do the work. They ran through the phases. Francois Lowe was in the back line. He made the initial break, and then the guys were playing out wide and getting their own ball back.
Well, significantly, the first line out for the Bulls is successful. Potgieter, good defense there by Fonsa.
Run away, what?
De Prier. Work here for Gio Plan. And it's grabbed by Gary Buerta. Strong tackle by Berger. Now Crispy, Potgieter. And once again, the Stormers have to tackle like crazy. Andries Becker's been impressive in that area.
Roll away. Roll away.
Third opportunity for Orno Steyn to increase the lead.
The president looks on right for Newland. I thought a little unfortunate there. It looked like he'd stolen the ball into ground, and then the judge have not rolled away second time round. Gone from Gewald Potgieter, and ultimately seemed to be a
tad isolated. Mullen well within his rights at this point. He's got it, goes to ground, now he's got to let it go. And clearly he's not letting it go. He's got Stachman all over him like a t-shirt, and he's not able to release it and allow for the support players to come and get it. Bruno Steyn will obviously have a shot at goal and look to extend the Bulls lead.
Well, the first quarter of the game just racing by. Penalty number 3, Morno Steyn, spot on target. Starting to look a little ominous for the Stormers. And Darren is down on field.
But someone who really wishes it out there, just got back into the side, and then a couple of minutes cut up on a Yeffa. You must be devastated. What happened?
I think it's silly, you guys dream to play in the final. It's a pity it happened to me, but hopefully I can play in a lot more finals in my future.
Did it go before you made that kick? Is that when you felt it go?
Yeah, when I caught the ball, it just snapped.
I know you must be devastated, Gerard. We'll enjoy at least watching the game, but thanks for chatting to us. Back upstairs.
Well, Farid Pierce kicked a massive kick downfield. Dwayne Vermeulen covering well. Peterson.
Out calling for a forward pass down on that side.
But Joe Peterson has accomplished what he set out to do. No ways he was going to boot that ball downfield and not find touch.
Bulls dominating possession at the moment, and as a result they've used it well on the scoreboard. Having come closest to scoring the opening try of this game.
That's what they will take heart out of, the Stormers. When you get 56% of the possession and you don't dominate, something's wrong. Good ball by Matfield again.
It's been large. It's been enormous so far in the line-out.
Now the more. Fonsa has to get around to defend. Well, he's certainly done that. From Mullen goes in as well to try and stem the tide. Good counter shove for a moment there by the Stormers. Duprier will have feed. Good low tackle by Grant. Duprier, Steyn. Well, he stepped inside well there because Jacques Fourie had come up very quickly. Duprier still the momentum with the Bulls. Gary Buerta for Spies. Steyn. Oh, and this is a tough one for Peterson. Up went Willefeed. Compete very well indeed. I think it might come, yes, will for the Stormers. Welcome relief here as De Jong tries to step.
Not right, is he? On De Jong looking very cumbersome at the moment. Picked up an injury early on and not looking comfortable.
And a good clearance there by Joe Peterson.
As I say, Tim Whitehead is warming up down in the ground. Great jump from Bainan Ulufi, and that is where the Bulls are so good. It's not just the kicking game that's so important, it's the chase. So much pressure on the opposition, contest everything, and Whitehead is replacing this. And what a shame, he's been in sublime form. Scored the most brilliant try of the Super 14 last week. Limping off with a nerve injury.
Well, Peter de Villiers is said, don't want injuries. He's just seen 2 of his Test 22 for next week. Going off the field. Becky is back on, thankfully. Buerta recovers, such a valuable player for the Bulls. Gary Buerta, Duprier, Steyn, Pretorius. Kirshner just taking that on the inside and giving them space to produce this ball for Duprier. Now it's Spies. Duprier, oh, Hougaard ran perfectly. What's on now? Oh, he's left Joe Peterson for dead. How good was that?
That is unbelievable. What a step. The timing of the run. The fans are celebrating. The opening try goes to the Bulls, and well, early on, is that what breaks the Stormers back here in this final? They've not really been in it except for one attack, and now they are going to undoubtedly trail by 16. Dupree again timing the pass to connection. Yes, took a storming run. Fantastic timing of the pass. Becker shifted onto Donny Rousseau. The gap opened up. Inside, outside, which way? Ace, and under the poles he goes.
Well, he scored 2 crackers against the Crusaders. Joe Peterson was actually on a hiding to nothing here. One-on-one, a talented player should come off best. And the dive for glory. Cover for the Stormers, Bob.
Yeah, big time, guys, and what a beautiful little pass there from Fourie du Preez. He just found the gap, saw the opening, and put, I suppose, the deftest of touches, and the most important thing there was the finishing. Like you said, the finishing is what's most important. The Stormers weren't able to do it, but the Bulls were.
I mean, the pass was just absolutely spot on. We rated it. It's a little dummy run by Donny Rousseau that two Becker out and came from the blind side. Basically, so easy. Boy, is he a talent.
Well, with his 3rd penalty, Morné Steyn moved over the 250 mark for the season and so extended his record, obviously, out of the other 2 there. Quite interesting, that you look at again the wonders of sport. Morné Steyn and Joe Peterson played in the same Craven Week team. And, along with Ruan Pienaar and Bismarck du Plessis, I love this sport,
A talented year at Mr. Keen. Making his way to the line out now. He's kicking the ball out and happy to kick it out. Getting a bit of success on the Stormers line-up ball.
This is also going to take some deft leadership by Starkberger. They've got to just maybe change a tactic or two. Grant, get the ball out wide like this to Jacques Fourie. 2 centres close on him very quickly.
Run away, 12!
And now an opportunity surely for Peter Grant to kick for goal.
Maynard Olivier, the good body not rolling away. Composed in defence are the Bulls. They've leaked a couple of tries this season, but they've been a concern. Almost well. They had the first sign of panic, or is it too soon to panic, but they're starting to chase the game. Not opting to go for the 3. Look it out. So this is Olivier drifting across in defence, making the tackle. He's got to release the play and roll away now. That's out without any real assistance.
I just feel, and I don't know whether you agree, Bob, you've got a chance to put points on the board. Grant's kicking so well.
That's so true, and we'll see now if it's the right decision. Look at the Bulls' counter drive.
Well, Francois Louw's doing sterling work there with ball in hand. De Vanacher, now this is the guy, Liebenberg. Can he spark them? De Vanacher, Fonsa waited but went to Becker. Better build up by the Stormers, but they've got to get those points on the board. Now Low once again. Wrong tackle by Steenkamp. Good drive forward there by Brock Harris. De Vanacher, and well, Van Meulen couldn't get through. More strong tackling, but you see the 5-meter line in the background there.
And the steal.
Well, that's disappointing. Jakob Pretorius, Morné Steyn. There's a great roar from the crowd. They'll still have a line out inside. The Bulls, 22 will the Stormers.
Brian Abana was very clever there. Put a little bit of pressure. Placed down Morné Steyn, not allowing him much of an angle to release the kick, and he's not going too much ground. Went for Meulen, so strong ball in hand. At his match this time, and then very quick on the ball was Dewald Potgieter, and a brilliant steal.
Just have a look at the formation. Tim Whitehead has moved into the inside centre position. Of course, he made his name in varsity cup rugby. Well taken, Becker. De Vanacher, beautiful ball for Grant. Now it's Peterson and Aplon. Hougaard is so strong on the tackle. De Vanacher, Grant, Becker. Tackle by Potgieter.
Let go, 6.
De Vanacher gets again. Now Peterson. Somebody needs to breach that line of defence. Somebody needs to spark it for the Stormers. There goes Vickers Blau.
Let go, 12.
Livanacha, Grant, now low. Driven back on the tackle there.
Off the lead.
Blue defenders.
From Mullen.
Roll away,
Peter Grant's gone in to protect the ball, so he's out of the movement. Penalty Stormers. Surely they must kick for goal now, Joel.
Yeah, you would think so. Every time they look up, it's just a wall of blue defenders, organised, well-structured defence from the Bulls this afternoon, and a bit of perplexion on the bench. Almost bench looking a little bit worried. Anton van Zyl just amazed at the fact that this team that's been so adept in attack, not able to penetrate a Bulls defence, which at times has leaked the odd try.
Confirmation from Peter Lowe there. Anton van Zyl in the middle. Obviously telling the other two what should be going on.
Some love the Bulls fellas, some clearly don't.
We are in the commentary box. The FIFA World Cup, a lot of the commentators are going to be an open flag. We can hardly hear ourselves speak or think. What will happen there as Peter Grant gets the Stormers on the board.
And undoubtedly the right decision. Take the 3 and chip away. Long time to go still in this game, Bob.
There's a long time to go, guys. It's just amazing. You can see the leaders in the Stormers pack. Jacques Fourie running back there, clapping the hands, patting guys on the shoulder. He's been in big games. He knows that you're always in it until it's over, and he doesn't want anyone to give up early on.
Berger. Powerful run at Potgieter. Livanacha, Grant.
The clearance looking for the sanctuary of the touchline, finding it.
Driven up to the halfway line, and you're right, it was a good kick by him.
Determination in his face is what tells the story here. And Johnny is going over the top there. That interested in making the tackle by the look of it.
Well, you know, Yuval Potgieter comes from Uitenhage, and they beat him tough there.
Don't come too much tougher than one or two of the players out there this evening. Oh, in particular.
Peace, very their line out well have the Bulls. Almost holding up. Now a little bit of momentum there for the Bulls, but certainly in the mauling area it's been 50-50. The Bulls tried to regather. Duprier said he wanted the ball. Ballard needs to get up here. That knocked on. It was grabbed there by Spies.
Run away, Living!
Good out, Potgieter. Good tackle there by Whitehead. Yeah, just fighting to bring it back up tight. Gurta, Stechman, so often there, available as a support player. Steenkamp.
Rock time 7!
Matfield will have a little burst. Nothing out left of any consequence here for the Bulls. Gani Rousseau's gone out far wide. Out Stechman. Also got on top of him. The Bulls just slowing it down, staying, and that is going to be wide.
Good idea. Slow ball, number of phases, all pick and goes around the fringes, but not much on Stormers' defence, which has been fantastic all season. Looked organised and structured, and eventually the ball saying, well, let's have a shot at the 3, and not a bad idea. He's got the distance, says Mornay Stone. It just pushes this a little bit to the right. Good pressure from Duvenage. Doesn't miss by much.
Van der Westhuizen. Lane. Duprier chasing up with Grant, the catcher. And eventually easy for a man of his talent. And very good clearance by Peter Grant as well. Well inside the Bulls' half.
Crucial for the Stormers to score again here, guys. Stay in this game, not allow the Bulls to get a stretch on them past the 13-point barrier.
Yeah, dead right. Got to stay in there. You've got to keep chipping away at it. Hit the odd goal. Hit maybe to score a try at some point. One try and a goal, and you erase most of that deficit already.
Or will there be a variation in the Bulls? Yeah, Victor Matfield is standing out. Comes in easy.
That time, wait there.
Well, told the Stormers to stay back, and Farid Appiah came up. Then Craig Joubert said that the Stormers could come up. Aplon, great take. Muscle to the ground by Spies. Divanacha, Harris. Divanacha once again. That hasn't gone far enough. Berger is there, captain against captain, great control by Skalkberger. Divanacha, Grant, got not too many options out there. A banner, the referee said it was forward. Is this a vital moment in this half?
Oh, and yeah, Aplon is down as well. Receiving a little bit of attention, but decision from Craig Joubert. He was right on the spot, no hesitation in making the call. Peter Grant not quite happy with it. And a perfect attacking option for the Bull side now. Big space left, big space right. Options all over the show. This is where, yeah, Opland got hurt. He wasn't muscled. He was carried back and driven into the ground by Pierre Spies. Up for goodness. Villiers will hate to see a third Springbok going down. Almost no to lose one of the great attacking forces.
Yeah, here Aplon, due to make his debut at the Millennium Stadium next week.
Big lineup from the Bulls all the way to the left. Steyn, Wynand Olivia, Aku Pretorius, Tony Kirshner,
Head and shoulders up on engagement.
and out on the right-hand side.
Well, that's the ominous. Well, the president's going nowhere.
But he said he had to rush off. He was hoping to see a trial before he left. He's still there. And we're all still there. What a game we see. What a spectacle.
Well, now that's wheeled slightly the wrong way for the Bulls to attack, but Appiah decides to go from Newland with a shutout. Kirsten's always dangerous in that area. Appiah, here come the big boards. There's Buerta, very often a front runner. Appiah, Steyn, Williford. Dark Farid has to defend like crazy. Appiah, Spies. Divanacha did well to hold him up.
Let it go once!
Appiah, here's Steenkamp. Good tackle by Liebenbach, who's been sucked in on players' normal sort of wild, fantastic running game.
Okay.
Now it's Spies again. The crowd always like this. Great work by Andries Becker. And penalty for holding on
Never game up. That was the tackle. That's my call back to go. There it is. Arriving player.
Contesting Becker prominent, not only in the tackle, but then contesting the ball as well. Those are the little things that are inspiring for the men around you. In defence, make the big hit, drive a big man back, and then force the turnover. That's what picks a team up, particularly when you're down. You need heroes, you need someone to do something special that just creates a little bit of a buzz in the team. Becker's done it on this occasion, driving Spies back, very quick to get to his feet. It wasn't that quick. I wonder. Beckman looked a little concerned.
But still great defence, Joel.
No doubt about it.
Now the Stormers need good, clean, confident line-out ball. Becker's gone right to the back. that a decoy? Well, he goes up. Good clean ball it is. Divanacha, Grant, Fourie, Peterson, Apron. Both percenters again for the Bulls across there. Divanacha, Grant, Bonsa. Good tackle by Matfield. Comes for Grant again. Now Burgard. And it swirls away from Steenkamp. Divanacha, Fourie. Was that a stolen ball? It looks like it could be, as Gary Botha digs it out. Fourie to clear with a boot away, and here's the chase. Jakob van der Westhuizen. Peterson didn't have a problem with this. Decides, I'm going to boot this out. Let's take a breather. We need to regroup.
I can't believe the heat is gone. It seems like we've just kicked off. What a first half it's been. Bulls have dominated. The try from Hougaard, but enthralling stuff.
Yeah, well, the possession that they have dominated. The other thing is the Stormers have just conceded 3 penalties, all in kicking range. Darren Scott is down on field, and he's with Wynand Littlefield.
Wynand, probably one of your best starts of the season so far.
Yeah, well, we started very well. Just keep on holding on to the ball and keep the defense. So that's one of the main things.
Never heard you puffing like this. Is this the fastest pace this season so far?
Yeah, it's quite fast and tough game, man.
Smiling, the scoreboard suggests that as well. Good luck for the second half.
Thanks, man.
Welcome back to Orlando Stadium. The final instructions before they come out for the last 40 minutes of the Super 14. And Bob Skinstad is with Peter Rousseau.
Peter Rousseau, going into a final, you know it's always going to be a tight, but it looks like things are going according to plan.
Yes, Bob, we're very happy. I think in the first half we played really well. We put their first phase under pressure, and I think we created some turnovers there. Our kicking game was good. Defensively, we've been doing well the first half. We created some opportunities and we scored a lovely try. So we're pretty happy at the moment.
A little try, the number 11 going all the way through, reminded us of Peter Rousseau in his playing days. Is that a trick you pulled from the old archives?
No, I wouldn't say so. No, he's playing really well, Francois Hougaard, and it's awesome trying to score in the final so far.
Good luck for the second half.
Thanks, Bob.
Well, Joel, I would say no wonder Peter Rousseau's relatively satisfied.
He will be happy, I think. The Bulls have controlled the game. They've forced the Stormers into making a lot more tackles. And, well, look at that. The Bulls have made their way on in all 64 matches of the upcoming FIFA Soccer World Cup. We brought to you right here on your World of Champions, live and in high definition. And what a time it is going to be for not just all South Africans as we embrace and watch this wonderful event, but for the whole world as they see the live pictures coming to you from the southernmost tips of Africa.
Just 12 days to go. Brian Abana, can he score against his former teammates? 40 minutes to go. This rivalry, as I said very early on, has gathered momentum since 1946. 64 years later.
64 World Cup games. I'm a number tonight.
Skalkberger. Potgieter never stands back from a tackle. Divanacha, Grant. Spies, Dupriya. Another strong area of the Bulls game is the way they chase up, particularly Spies and Kirshner, who grabbed it there. So it's front football for the Bulls. Steenkamp, with that, drives it over the 22, now staying. Rousseau left it behind, chance here, run away by little Divanacha. Divanacher again. Breakout. This is the sort of spark the Stormers need. Peterson. Now the Bulls under the whip. Divanacher gets it out wide. They now need some ball carriers. They need some pace. Becker can run. Now it's the Sky Liebenberg. Snatched by Van der Westhuizen. Brock Harris.
Runaway 6.
Now a chance. Grant out wide. Burgard. Lowe was with him. Lowe will now have to go in to protect the ball. Popped up by Fourie. Now Grant. This is Fonsa. Learnt his rugby in Pretoria. Divanacher. Fourie was hovering there. Now Peter Francois Lowe. Grant. Whitehead. Can he create something? Good tackle by Willowfield. Now chance for the counter by, amongst others, Steenkamp, who's now gone to one knee. Seems to be okay though. Potgieter, Matfield, Rassard. Steenkamp for Steyn. Habana. Look at the cover of the man. And now he's put in the banana kick, and where will the touch assist the referee to... Now, Christie du Preez had his flag up. So he will have a word with Craig Hubert.
Well, while he's making his way over, look at that for a skillful and talented little bit of kicking. How good is the kicking game?
Recommendation penalty only?
Not that serious penalty only.
Right, give me the mark, please.
That's a hard tackle against the Bulls.
On the 5.
On the far side there may have been Peter Grant tackle. In fact, it would have been Morné Steyn on Joe Peterson, I think. The second half has just carried on with the first half left off. Fast and furious. Loads of ball carrying, loads of action.
Just on the 5 there, man.
Still noisy down there, Bob.
Deepers, guys. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't hear you. The Vuvuzelas are going bananas. I think they're going to be using them as something to put Peter Grant off his kick, but 16-6, the guys will take it. 3 points here. At least they're running the ball at the balls, but the defense has been outstanding to keep them out.
This is there's the hard tackle.
Hard tackle. One more nice stand there. It's not really the kind of sort of a vehement, or it didn't look like he had a real bad intent there, but he was just, Joe Peterson's a much smaller man than he is.
So talk about Joe Peterson. Peter Grant has taken over the place kicking from Joe Peterson. And what a job he's done. Kicking at 82%, which is a better percentage than Morné Steyn. I can tell you, I couldn't hear what Bob Skinsack was saying. There's absolute bedlam here. There'll be more cheering from the Bulls supporters as that goes wide.
Peter Grant seemed to put a huge effort in there, maybe just pushed it a little bit of a force. There's the swinging arm. It's well spotted by Christie du Preez. It happened right in front of him. As Bob quite rightly points out, smaller man against a slightly bigger man happens every now and then. He seemed to duck into it, but the law says keep the tackle down.
Grant. And Aplon and Berger will give chase. Aplon in the lead. Oh, that's intelligent play there by Fourie du Preez. It's moments like that can turn a game.
And it's moments like that define a player and his ability and elevate him above other players with very similar abilities.
Just simply world class.
The presence of the mind earlier to put the foot out before picking it up, all the way back off the Schalk's kick, foot in touch now, make sure he caught it with that foot in touch, pulls ball all the way back. It changes games. It puts the opposition under pressure. It puts his team in a better attacking position. It's another very accomplished performance so far from Fourie du Preez.
Gary Blurtown. Well stolen by the Stormers. That's good play by them. Now Jacques Ferry, Banners had very little of the ball in open play. The two Bulls centres have done a good defensive job tonight. Devanacher, Grant, Harris. Held up by Rousseau. Good work by Brock Harris. Out left for Berger. Peterson. Again, Jakob Pretorius is the rock on the defence. Devanacher, Grant, Vermeulen. Not too many chances to show his power on the run tonight. And that's great work by Werner Kruger, who then lost it. Pretorius looked up, he probably thought, wow, where's this ball come from here? I can go from here, and took his eyes off it.
Yeah, ripped out by that man, Werner Kruger, lost it forward. In came the second little knock on from Pretorius. Fast and furious, but a couple of little errors sneaking in there from the Bulls. The Stormers' eyes will light up when they see those mistakes. They won't light up when they see the ball ripped out so easily. Pretorius, I think he just looked up to see where the defence was. Eyes off the ball and the sport. Morné Steyn, prominent as he is, running meters gained 31. Kicked the ball a fair bit, as you would expect. He's made 4 tackles. He's passed 9 times. Bulls have moved the ball around a little, particularly the first 10 minutes.
Solid scrum base is what the Stormers need on their ball here.
Touch. Pause. Engage.
Vermeulen, Devanacher, Grant. Devanacher, oh dear, he'll have to go back to recover, and Ulufier's right up there. He makes valuable tackles by Wynand Ulifier. Berger, Becker. Well, as the master against the student. Devanacher, Aplon. Oh, he's nearly got away there, Hugh Aplon. Hougaard had to move like crazy.
So good, so good.
Francois Hougaard, who learnt his rugby down at Polhurst Gymnasium in the Cape, has been a huge asset to the Bulls.
Well, not only did he make the tackle, and in doing so, he showed tremendous pace. He was left behind, got back, made the tackle on Aplon, and was so quick to his feet to win the penalty and steal the ball. What a talent. Games like this, finals, are won by defining moments. We've just spoken about that, and once again, from a Bulls player, we've seen maybe a mini, but certainly a defining moment of sort. Look at this. Chases back. He's under pressure to make the tackle. Good tackle it is. He's already back on his feet. He's like a cheetah in the hunt. He is like a wildcat on the hunt.
Good take by Donnie Rousseau. See where Hougaard runs from to make the chase. Aplon very, very brave and solid. Devanacher, Liebenberg, Madrid 1, that's hooker on hooker. Gary Birch is saying, my opposite numbers going nowhere.
Knocked it on, mate. Knocked it on. Testing the tempo. Gets his back there, he's gone down again. Certainly is fast and furious and hard down there in the field.
What tactically, how does that man in picture, Skalkberger, change the tactics?
Well, guys, it's amazing. I mean, the Stormers just looking a little bit like rabbits in the headlights here. They don't know. They've never been in this situation, so they don't know how to turn around and create a tactical offense that can put the Bulls off their game. The Bulls have been here. They've had uprisings against them in games, from the Crusaders, from other teams in finals, and they've always quenched them out. So the most important thing, I think, here is for Skalkberger to get his guys on the front foot. That takes Peter Grant and the other players. That scene there that we're seeing, unfortunately,
lose Andries Becker.
Well,
this is Joe Peterson's game, Joel.
Yeah, difficult circumstances so far, fielding the kicks. Tried something different on this occasion, and didn't really work for him. He then had to make a tackle on the big fella. He's been courageous and brave, as we expect. Looked like he was almost going to get in on the try line, but he's also had to absorb 1 or 2 nasty and big tough hits. Oh man, just coming back from injury. Certainly appreciate the physical stuff. Well, one thing you do see from that little set of clips, he certainly has been involved, which means when the Stormers have had the ball, he's been influential, he's been involved, he's been catching, passing, tackling, and well, the Stormers may not be there on the scoreboard, but they're certainly trying to move the ball around.
Well, yet another situation where Andy's Becker went down. It seems to be a little bit of a curse on the Springboks. 22 for next Saturday's test in the Millennium Stadium.
Look like an ankle injury. Peter de Villiers again will start biting his nails in the stand.
Touch! Pause! Engage!
The president's box.
Go! Go!
See how De Preer sums it up so quickly. He saw they had the upper hand. He rushed to the stump and put it in. It gained a couple of meters plus psychological advantages. His dad played number 8 for Northern Transvaal. He, I bet you, had a rugby ball in his cot when he got home from the nursing home.
It's only the fans here at the Orlando Stadium in Soweto that are excited. Vilakazi Street in Soweto, a couple of worried faces there. They must be Stormers fans. And those people down in Cape Town have just realised they were on telly. They will be extremely worried at the moment.
Touch! Pause! Engage! Bring it to me, please. Bring it to me.
Well, just bring it to me, says Craig Yopere, because of the churning up of the grass. Even back, that doesn't look all that happy.
That's a tough old evening down in the front row. 12 days only till the start of the FIFA World Cup. Every single one of those games, all 64, right here live on your World of Champions and all 64 in HD.
Just under half an hour to go. One's got to say, under half an hour to go for the Stormers to dig this one out of the fire. And the Bulls just to dominate, as they often do when they get into the sort of leading position. Just like a twonky.
And down. They're so patient. Even when they're down, they're completely in control of their nerves and
Pause!
patience.
Engage!
When they're ahead, they just squeeze the life out of the opposition.
Led by this man, De Preer, Steyn. Then it's difficult to get out of your own half. Peterson's there, and look at that, Bulls have grabbed it in that attacking position, so the Stormers have to regroup.
Advantage once.
And the Stormers have the relief of a penalty. That was typical Bulls rugby. De Preer, Steyn, bang, up into the opposition half, chase down the kick.
Olivier jumps, knocks it back, Pretorius gathers. What doesn't typically happen is a penalty to follow. Stormers contested well on the floor this time now.
Well, the Stormers now need to get this line out platform going and then apply the pressure the way the Bulls have, because they have been known to leak a few tries.
The din down there must be very difficult for the line-out callers to make the right call. The Stormers obviously set the call up before, walked in slowly. Maybe now, having seen the lineup of the Bulls, Andries Becker has decided to change the call. And Victor Matfield is just shadowing Andries Becker wherever he goes.
Probably having a little word, Boundary, it wouldn't make any difference. Becker couldn't hear him. Grant switch for Ferree. And he'd be the spark that lights up the Stormers. Now it's turned around. De Preer, Steyn. Oh, here we go. Brian Abella. Brian Abella will trot it in. He's scored in every final he's played in. Now it's again his own teammates. And the Stormers are back in the game.
Well, it's not just the points, it's the inspiration. How big will the Stormers be now when they walk back? The chests will be puffed out. They'll stand tall. They'll know they're right back in it. And it was a little
It's huge, guys, and you can just see the sentiment. It's incredible. The Stormers now pumped. They're giving each other high fives, pats on the back, and they're getting ready for a game here. It's if this goes over as it should, it's a game of one converted try, and they've got an opportunity to take it. There's a lot of resolve that suddenly come into this game with 25 minutes to go.
Well, it certainly turned the game on its head from a Bulls point of view. The Stormers, no wonder they're up out of their chairs and cheering. Brian Habana.
It was well gathered. Morna Steyn chucked it quite hard. It wasn't a good chuck though, it must be said. And Habana has snatched it up and gone and scored.
His 44th try of his super career, by far the most by a South African. Next is Brayton Paulse way down the list. Now good work here by Burger. Stormers just lifting a little bit here. Divanacha. Duprier. Don't give this guy too many opportunities.
Well, away what?
Van der Westhuizen. Rousseau. Well, it's been stolen. I thought sometime for a moment from the wrong side. There's openings here. Jacques Fourie. Again, those two centres gang tackle Fourie. The vital factor. Territory is so important now as we move towards the last quarter of the game. You've got to stay down in a situation where you can attack and score. Can't rely with these defenses on running it out. The big men on the bench prepared to enter the fray. Henry Vandenberg goes on. It will be his 99th consecutive Super Rugby match.
Touch! Pause! Engage!
Grant. Whitehead, Fourie. That looks like Jacques Willefeur might have, Valent Willefeur rather, stolen it. Nice little ball there, back forward. Van der Westhuizen, Rousseau. He's got Hooghart on his outside. This guy can motor. He's strong too. Up comes Gary Botha. Now it's space. So now the Stormers under the whip. Worked out to Prier, Steyn, Matfield, Ulefield, Pretorius managed to hold on. And a look at the referee's assistant flag stayed down. Kirshner up in the move, up to the 22. Duprier, Steyn, space. Eighth man against eighth man. Well done by Vermeulen. Potgieter is down. Now it's Pretorius. Duprier, Rousseau. Gain Vermeulen, prominent on defence. Duprier, little dummy, Matfield. Potgieter is up and in the fray again. Steyn, well read by the fly half. Willefeur. Burger made a valuable tackle. Habana nearly up on his feet to grab it. Now it's Steenkamp, to-in and throw-in. Energy-sapping stuff. Jaco Pretorius. Oh, dear me, where's that going? Now it's Steyn. Decides, hey, let's try and calm this down. Joe Peterson. And so they will calm down to a 22.
Sure. It's energy sapping for all of us. Feeling exhausted just watching this. The changes come. On comes Vandenberg, on comes Van der Merwe. Diewald Potgieter looks like he's going to make way, as does Donny Rousseau, but Van der Banner influential once again. Not just the try and the running meters game, but the tackling, the defensive efforts, contesting the ball on the floor, having a big game.
So replacements coming on the other side as well. Kritzinger on, Anton van Zyl on. Who has the more powerful bench? Jaco van der Westhuizen.
Wait, 18!
And will they stay in field? Well, he's got it just a touch to it. Would be Stormer's ball here. Now here goes Spies. Berger again makes the tackle. Duprier, look at those hands. Steyn, Olivier, Kirchner, and Hougaard bumps off Aplon.
Off the foot, Leon.
Powerful pickup here by the Bulls as they launch another attack via Stechman.
7 watts.
Duprier, was that dummy running? Was it obstructive running? It's very, very close. Stormers may have turned this round. It's not a good field position for them. Bulls ball.
Francois Lassini looked to have turned it over. Scott doesn't look happy about the decision. Stormers seem to have the ball. Controls moving the ball around the forward. Another straight for the man in the tackle. Kicks under, gets away from one defender, gets away from a second. Marie's efforts finally bringing him to ground. There's the dummy from Fourie Dupuis. Stepped inside, clearly. Spish was in no way impacting with a great steal from Francois.
Yeah, he was blown up against it. And no wonder Scott Burger was a little upset as Tian Liebenbach leaves for Tian Fourie. So it's Kritzinger, Marie, and Harris in that front row.
Turning out defining moments as a player, defining decision. He's left the Bulls with a nice little blind side down to Hougaard's side. Big open side, good attacking position. I think that also Hougaard would love to have a little one-on-one down that blind side.
Well, the other thing is if they wheel it around to shut out the loose forwards of the Stormers, Duprier is so dangerous. The moment they've got Divenacher and Aplon on that far side of the scrum. Now they have wheeled it slightly. Duprier chases him on out. That's 17 news for the Stormers.
17. And at a vital time like this, the Bulls leading by 6. The one and then a try, the risk for them. Fourie Dupuis didn't even wait for his captain, didn't think about the tap and go, indicated immediately to Morné Steyn, you kick it over and we'll take the 9-point lead.
So Vilakazi Street probably far happier than the railway stand at Newlands. Once again, the Bulls' utmost faith in Morné Steyn's ability. See, there isn't a bull in sight there.
Lucky Pretoria seems staying in case he hit the upright, but no chance of that.
First points on the board for the Bulls in this half. Peterson. Reed chasing up well. In there went Habana too.
Run away, Watts! Stay here.
Duprier, Steyn. Divenacher came quickly. Good clearance by Morné Steyn.
Well, it's a great clearance for 2 sets, but we'll come back to that in a second.
Adrian Fonsa here, just come off the field. A lot of the players are puffing. The pace is absolutely frenetic up there.
Yeah, no, the pace is high. We're defending a lot. We want to keep the ball a bit, I think, a bit more this half. Keeps the pace down, we control the speed, and the guys are doing a bit better this half.
What was the chat at half-time? The same as first half, or changed things quite a bit?
Yeah, no, I think we feel we just want to keep the ball a bit more. We didn't have a lot of ball first half, defended a lot. gave the Bulls opportunity to run at us. We want to keep the ball a bit more and run at them, make them tackle a bit. And as you see, we're doing a lot better since we've been keeping the ball in the second half.
That's what you're doing right now. Brian Strauss turned it around. You're back in the game, back upstairs.
Well, a good little burst there by the Stormers. Scrum half against scrum half there as Duprier shuts out Divanacher.
The line out in almost the same place. I was going to say the clearing kick was so good for two reasons. One, not just because it was far, but it had a fair bit of hang time, which meant the chase was good, and then Peter Grant couldn't take a quick throw in. And the Stormers had to start from scratch, and they'll have to start again from scratch. Didn't know if he tackled and ran into touch here, but he has been allowed by. He's been a handful this evening, Stephen Logan. Those are the Peter Grant statistics. Remember, he was going 31. Is 25. Sure. Five times. He's made a few tackles, but you can see the difference in the way the two teams play. Peter Grant moving the ball around a lot, and Stone much more of a kicking game. Pierce Spies has been influential this evening as well. Skinstad will certainly admire the play of the big number 8.
Certainly has, guys. He's such a strong runner with ball in hand.
Off the head, play on.
Gary Buerta. Good run made by the hooker, Duprier. Abana. Peterson. Now you see he's kicked, all the Stormers were going back, so they have no chasers. The big difference is that when the Bulls kick, they've got 4 or 5 chasers, and that's why they shut teams down so much.
I always spoke before the game about the strength of the Bulls kicking game, and the fact that it is stronger than the Stormers kicking game. And once again, that statement vindicated as Ricky January replaces Duval Divanaga. He too is a little game break game. You forget the tie down in New Zealand to win the Test match, but can he do it this evening?
Well, I had the great pleasure of being there, and what a try it was. Somebody's got to spark something for the Stormers as we move down. Well done by Becker. Grant, this is a problem. They're deep inside their own 22. Whitehead, Apron. And again, those two centres make the tackle almost simultaneously. Francois Lowe.
Run away, 6!
January, Grant, Becker, and in goes Buerta and Duprier. They've had a good play, Fourie. They've had it through a couple of phases. They've moved out of their 22, and now they've lost possession. Vandenberg, who tackled January, but Vandenberg's made the yards. Matfield. Oh, this is tough stuff, energy sapping stuff. Look at that little tactical kick by Duprier, and Peterson is there, chased up by Van der Vesthuizen. 3 other Bulls there. The Stormers have to regroup. And penalty. Right, you know, John Stransky said to me on our way here today, the Bulls kicking game is so good.
Yeah, linked to that, I thought that if the Stormers were to win this game, they would need to score at least 2 tries from running from their 22-metre line or deeper. And right now they're finding it very difficult. The Bulls' defence has looked awfully composed, awfully patient. They've shifted, they've got across, they've made it most of their tackles. And look at this clever little kick again from Fourie Duprier. Peterson chose to keep it away from the touchline, knowing that there was a bit of support coming. But first, Steenkamp, who was very quick on the chase, competing, contesting, and winning not just the ball, but the penalty as well. And this goes over, Bob. We got cut off chatting about Pierce Spies a second ago, but if this goes over, that could be another final nails in the coffin.
That's right, and the ball machine keeps moving on, and it was a great piece of work there from Guthrie Steenkamp. They've actually created the pressure in the tackle and ruck area, and that's what's paying dividends for them now as the game winds to a close.
5 out of 5 for Morné Steyn. 19 points in last year's final. This is going to be just wide.
Listen to me, I will not have you talking to me like that. Just relax.
Well, as the words between the referee and captain took place, the Stormers decided to get on with the game.
Ball is up!
Ball is up, but could be a steal. No, Ricky January rips. Grant. Now Brock Harris. This is Dion-Fourie. Great tackle by Matfield. Driven forward now. The forwards have got to get involved. It was Kritzinger there. January, Grant, Burgard, Fourie. Jacques this time. Little tap there and flip Van der Merwe's back to do the fielding. Zags Bulls ball. Duprier, Steyn. Little step on the inside. Well shut out there. January being the leader. Duprier, Kirshner. He loves the up and under, does Zane Kirshner, because he chases him down so well. Rock Harris thought he had a clean run in there, but his timing wasn't quite right. Now Andries Becker. Penalty to the Stormers, quickly taken by Dion-Fourie. Is that the right move?
Run away one!
January, Grant. Ooh, just looking around. Harris. Stormers need to have a little bit more of a structure here. The banner's got to come running in from somewhere. January for Mullen. Oh, that's good. Played as Vandenberg got back to make amends very quickly. Now January. Low. Just up towards the 22 now. They need desperately to score very soon. And that's Fourie once again. He's been good since he's been on. January, Habana. That's what they need, is some pace around the place. Bergen gets a bit of a go. Penalty, Stormers. January wants to go quickly. Referee saying not rolling away.
Oh, flag on the near side.
It's Cobus Wessels who wants a word with Craig Joubert.
Fourie was sprinting over to tell Craig Joubert.
Entry into the ruck. Okay, recommendation? Just a penalty and a third warning. Okay.
I think this is Andries Becker who's going to get a word here.
Well, no wonder Fourie de Clear went belching
Illegal
over
entry into the ruck.
Disappointment again. The Stormers not happy with Craig Joubert at the moment. And Fourie de Clear just sums it up. Percy Montgomery, great to see him alongside John Smith.
With Bishop Desmond Tutu behind him, the Archbishop, wonderful to see him now. Of course, one of the two Nobel Peace Prize winners who live in Vilakazi Street. Well, it looks a little clumsy more than anything else. There was no need for Andries Becker to even enter that ruck. I'm not sure what he thought he was doing.
Well, a little bit of frustration, I think. You get to this point, you've got 10 minutes to go. With 2 scores behind, you've got to do something. Good take by Vandenberg.
It's over.
There's so many options at line-up time. The Bulls now we stack one at the back of the ball. How often haven't we said that in the Super 14 campaign for the Bulls? This is where they started, with 2 scores up, and then they're slowing down the game. Mullen tries desperately to get the ball. Penalty, Bulls. Is it all over for the Stormers, Bob?
Well, guys, it certainly looks as if the death knell has been tolling for a while here. They had that one opportunity, a penalty on the 22. I can see a lot of shaking of head from Skalkberger and the leaders in the Stormers side. They're really disappointed. They know that the game is slipping away from them now.
Trevor Emmanuel in the grandstand there, just for a moment.
Maria Ramos, CEO of South Africa's Big Banks. Well, it's a longish kick, but there's no way that Nuno Stadium will be short on the distance side.
Well, remember last week he kicked one from 58 metres. Just the direction, it is just the direction, a better one, that's a better one than the last.
Straight down the middle of the Stormers, if they are to win this game, are going to need to score 2 late tries against the Bulls defence, and aside from the intercept, has looked resolute.
It's a great take by Flip van der Merwe. Fourie du Preez says just wind it down the field, keep possession, move it down, don't worry, I'll boot it into their half. Peter Grant, look at the chase from Jakob van der Westhuizen.
Break time, blue!
Habana. The numbers back, I don't think was expecting that quite so quickly.
All right.
Calm down,
Okay, stay out.
Quickly came on. Jakob van der Westhuizen. Big hit he made on Peter Grant.
You know, we talk about their kicking game, but their chasing game is so good.
And this is what puts teams under so much pressure. Not only are you under pressure of a man rushing towards you when you're going to catch it, when you do keep your eyes on the ball and catch it, you get smashed to ground by the likes of Jakob van der Westhuizen. And then not only is he making the big tackle, he's up there very quickly to contest on the floor.
So those guys in the front row have done their job, and Dusimaku and Piers Roux onto the field. Where's Derek Kuhn? He's there as well. Only Jacques Potgieter still on the bench for Frans Ludica. Willem de Waal still there. Peter Lowe as well for the Stormers. Dupreez, Steyn, Olivier. Peter Grant got up very slowly. Here's the Bulls pile in to apply the pressure. Van der Merwe, Becker has really tried for his life today. Bulls ball inside.
Too many blokes on the ground.
Stormers 22.
Okay, move away. Tackle blue going forward. Too many on the ground.
The changes this afternoon the Bulls have made. Those blades, like we said, only Jacques Potgieter and not on, but changes galore in the front row. Ronnie Rousseau in the second row and a couple in the loose forwards, and then that forced injury change to Gerard van der Heever early on. And it is such a big advantage to have a bench as strong and as powerful as the Bulls have. When one player comes off, they almost get stronger.
That's just Giuseppe there. Looking on with interest.
Changes. Forced injury to Fillon, also pretty much early on. Mickey January trying to add some inspiration from the 9 position. And a couple of changes from the tight forwards. But not yet paying dividends as it has for the Bulls.
So that's the coveted trophy. Bulls victorious twice. Only the Blues and the Crusaders a couple of times have
17
won back-to-back trophies and titles. It's a penalty against J.C. Klitzinger. Pressure from the Bulls. Well, that's heartbreaking.
It certainly is, guys, and you can actually see it happening here. Look at number 17, J.C. Klitzinger. He's trying to stay on that foot, but just the increased pressure from the Bulls' pack made him cave in, and it's definitely a penalty against the Stormers. Certainly one that's going to make a big difference towards the end of this game.
Scott is down on the touchline. He's pretty keen to have a word. In the meantime, we'll try and top this over and extend the lead to 15 points. Undoubtedly at this point insurmountable, and they could start etching the name of the Bulls on that trophy.
This for 20 points in the final. Darren, what are the lads got to say down there? Well, I think there's so much noise that Darren can't hear us.
Just made it a great atmosphere, and I can't even hear myself speaking.
Well, I think we missed most of that as well, Donnie, but you guys think with less than 5 minutes to go now, you guys are comfortable?
No, Darren, you can never be comfortable. I think they must score 3 times now, but yeah, I think hopefully it's in the bag.
All right, you're looking very relaxed. Let's go back upstairs. Thanks, Donnie.
Matt Field. So now it's Derek Kuhn who carries the ball at the back of the wall as the Bulls spectators start to celebrate. Is it too early? As Dion makes the burst. January, Berger, Fourie,
try here for the Storms. What a finish that would make it. Grant can't get through, but nearly. Now they come again low. Over the 5-metre line. Great layback. Keep that front ball football going. As soon as they slow it down, they've got to keep the momentum going. January gets it wide. Furry. Keep it going. That's the Stormers' call. Rowe tries to get it going forward. All they need is a little go forward. Ricky January may have done it. I think that's a try.
Craig Dupé has given it. And it's a brilliant little snap. Almost no space to work with. The defence looked good. Ricky January found a way through, and the build-up from the Stormers finally paying dividends. The play's quite right. When the play is quick, when the ball is coming, they're so good at recycling, they're so good at getting over the game. And the Bulls have just slowed them down on so many occasions today. Ricky January finally breaking down this Bulls defence. The stretch. Oh, maybe not.
Another awful call in terms of the judgment there for Pino, in terms of the difficulty of judgment. But Ricky January's try was well earned. Great attack by the Stormers.
Well, it's short. It's moved back by a Bull's hand. It may well have been picked up and scored by Peter Lowe, actually, it looked like.
Is there another twist in the tail here?
Thank you.
Berger. Grabbed by Spies and Flip van der Merwe, I think, was working hard there. Now here goes January again. Tackle by Steenkamp, desperate, grabbing from the ball.
There you go, Blue!
Both sides there. January, Grant, Becker. Now it's out with Jacques Farid, Peterson, and is that the right tactic? Kirshner goes thumping into Peterson. He's a tough lad, Zane Kirshner. Watch the referee's assistant. This could be important because his time is starting to run out. But the Bulls got the ball. They have got the ball. Now this is where they just form those little pods and wind the clock down. Can the Stormers, by some hook or by crook, get the ball in their hands?
This evening, the Bulls have been so good with the ball retention. They've not conceded, not lost too many.
Well, that's the thing, guys. The ball is a bit of golden possession here. The Bulls are working so hard to hang on to it, and Matthews and Dupree have marshaled this kind of play before.
Well, they're moments away here from a third victory in 4 years. The Bulls have got such a talented side. Their bench is fantastic. But come on, they all pull their weight. Stormers,
Seven on his feet.
this ask is their time. January doesn't do that. Berger leads from the front. January, now there's just the opportunity. Gianfari, he's been good. There it is. The Stormers on the right-hand side of that track. Berger. Is somebody going to write himself into the history books as Matthew gets a good on the ball? Listen to the noise of the Vuvuzelas. Francois Lowe. Desperate pass out. Grant. Farid confronted by Olivier. The Stormers back in their own half. Mansell. Lowe. Lowe this time. Good low tackling. Now January. Berger gets away from Marku. Marku makes amends. Penalty quickly by January. Is there any steam left in Vermeulen? Bravely drives it downfield now with Grant and Peterson. They must be exhausted. Becker nearly through. Good hands by Peterson. Oh, it's been knocked on. That's the ball game. But champions as Jacques Potgieter tries to get the ball away. And so, Bob, you're summing up a match. Well, I think Bob's left his scene.
Yeah, colossal battle. It was always going to be big. It was always going to be tough up front. But the fear was that the Bulls' kicking game would control the day, and so it has. Very few opportunities for the Stormers to attack. They've taken one or two well, the interception from Abana. But it must be said, this Bulls team has stood resolute in defence against one of the better attacking teams of this season. Their kicking game superb. They've won the physical battle up front, and they are undoubtedly worthy winners of the Super 14 title 2010.
Well, the other thing is they've come to Orlando Stadium, they've captured the enthusiasm of the population here. It's been fantastic occasions. The other thing is they take their unbeaten home run to 19 matches.
Well, you would define this as a home game because it is their home ground for the time being, albeit a little bit temporarily.
And in fact, I've just looked at my notes. This is their 20th home victory. Handshakes all around the game, having been played in wonderful spirit. When you think of the tenseness of the occasion, and just really was fantastic spirit the way they played.
You've got to feel a little bit for a man like Andries Beck. He's had such a good season. He's come out on the losing team today, but he certainly has enhanced his reputation, as has that man Jacques Fourie.
So the second year in a row, Morné Steyn is the leading point scorer in the game. 19 points last year, 20 points this year. Schalkberger's really, his leadership qualities are getting better and better. He showed them at a young age, and they're just getting better and better.
Yeah, and you also at this time you need to consider man of the match awards and things like that. And a number of the Bulls players have put their hands up today. Fourie du Preez, absolutely sublime. Morné Steyn, brilliant. Francois Hougaard, defining moments.
So just their moment of quiet as they... A lot of people say, that they pray for a win. These guys aren't praying and saying, thank you for the win. They're saying, thank you for looking after us. Thank you for the talent that you have given us. And may we be humble in victory. So a triumphant moment for Victor Matfield as he leads the Bulls to the championship for the third time. And one must say, if you look at the results, the Bulls' results have been absolutely brilliant this year. They've topped the log by some margin, and they've certainly, I think the 22 that represent the Bulls are a very, very well-knit unit. Franz Lüdeker does not rotate his team an awful lot. These 22 guys have been in there for most of the season. We're going back to the studio for a short while. Back for presentations. Don't go away.